Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's episode of Waqattack. That was Crockett's theme by John Hammer. What an amazing intro to a show filled with 80s nostalgia and gun violence, etc., etc. This show, if you don't know, is a 1-hour comedy/parody show expressing my views and opinions in banterous ways to try and amuse you and make your day that little bit more brighter and bit more happier, because spring is here, and if that's not a reason to smile, I do not know what is. So we're gonna delve in to our news stories of the day, and our first news story is about weird sensations in your mouth that result in extraordinary revelations and discoveries, as a woman says that she has found a diamond in a hard-boiled egg. Now, Sally Thompson of Cumbria, UK, was having some boiled eggs for breakfast when she says she felt something funny in her mouth, and it wasn't anything kinky. She overlaid the events as such. "I took one, peeled it and bit into it when I felt something like gristle in my mouth." Now, gristle, for all you keen listeners out there, is a piece of bony meat or cartilage. Now, back to her tale. "It fell onto the plate and I couldn't understand where it had come from. I thought it had come from me." What Thompson saw was a small diamond. She was like, "I couldn't understand where it had come from. The only place it could have been from was the egg." Now, she took the bizarre find as a sparkling omen, and now, because she found the diamond in the hard-boiled egg, she's getting married soon and is having a bachelor party this weekend. So for all y'all looking to pop the special question, just shove a ring in your beloved's egg and watch them either spit it out or probably choke to their demise, depending on how much you're willing to spend on that shiny rock, how big your diamond will actually be. Now, the diamond with the egg came in a 6-pack that Thompson bought from Asda, a British supermarket chain that I'm sure y'all heard of. So next time you want to go shopping for them eggs, you know where to go. Asda. They may be cheap, but you never know. You might find a diamond in one of your eggs. She was worried that someone had actually lost a diamond, which I don't believe in that, because no way would you miraculously find a diamond and then just hand it over to the rightful owner. You want to keep that diamond because you found it over. Unless you're the Dalai Lama or something, but I bet even he would scrape a little bit of that diamond for his robe or something. Now, Thompson wants to figure out how the diamond got into the egg, and because of that, she posted on a Facebook wedding website looking for answers, and totally not to brag the fact that she found a diamond in an egg. Now, a dude who works on a chicken farm believes it is possible for a diamond to have passed through a bird. He dropped some mad signs saying the shell coating goes on last and doesn't harden till it hits the air. In this case, it could be the chicken swallows the diamond gets stuck in the intestine, and then the egg picks up the diamond on the way out. That is some deep science right there. Now, Daniel Brown, an egg farmer in North Yorkshire, says that while it is possible the chicken swallowed the diamond, it is very unlikely. He added, "In all my years, I have never seen anything quite like this." Now, after this miraculous event, one must question, what are they feeding chickens these days? I mean, I'm not sure you guys have heard of this, but there's a video circulating on the interwebs of a massive 5 to 6 foot tall chicken. Now, it's either diamonds they're feeding them or some intense steroids that must not get into the hands of people like The Rock, because if he had a spoonful of those steroids, he would literally transform from The Rock to an avalanche. I mean, 6-foot chickens, what's up with that? Now, our next story is as classy as it is morbid. If you're looking for a perfect gift, now this one-of-a-kind flea market has got you covered. A Brooklyn, New York flea market will offer some bugged-out items for sale this weekend, like a spider web ring. Now, the first annual Oddities Flea Market was held at Brooklyn Bazaar, giving lovers of the weird a chance to buy something truly bizarre, from prices that go from cheap to very, very expensive. Now, before I disclose to y'all some of the fascinating items available, I'd like to remind you that these items were created in a time before Wi-Fi and Ubers, so people had nothing better to do than create the following creations. Articulated cat skeleton, exploded skull, antique wax colon, a squirrel diorama, handmade Victorian gas mask, because them Victorians had some massive gas issues, eyeball ring, Victorian hair art, and human tooth ring. Now, I bet you would not find any of these items being manufactured in modern times. Like, a dad won't go to his son and be like, Jimmy, get off Angry Birds and help your father make an antique wax colon. It just doesn't happen these days. Now, back to this event. The flea market replaces one that was held a few times last year by the Morbid Anatomy Museum, which is a thing. Now Zahn, very, very freaky name of the dude who actually made this unique venture, hopes that the flea market will gain momentum and actually become famous over time, and he would like to hold most of them, hold more in the coming years. Our final story is about a topic that has fascinated mankind for a long time now. I bet even in Jesus' time they were quite concerned about this, because there have been multiple reports of shape-shifting UFOs. If some British tabloids are to be believed, UFOs have been lighting up the British skies these past few days. Reported in the Express, which is famed for their minus 30 degrees Celsius horrifying British winters, which have yet to happen, but they said that thousands of people across the globe are viewing shape-shifting UFO. Now, the strange thing about these is that there seems to be no fakery going on here. This apparent intergalactic light show was filmed above Gloucestershire last night. No, not Gloucestershire. Gloucester. No shire in the Gloucestershire. It's just Gloucester. And it got human beings, including me, very intrigued, because it's anyone guess what these UFOs are. It could be aliens. Now, my guess is that it's probably aliens. But I like to because it's anyone's guess what these UFOs could be. It could be military, it could be anything else. But I like to believe that our homies from outer space are coming to us, showering us with beautiful displays in our night skies, while simultaneously being kind of jerks by flaunting their shape-shifting technology, something which we humans have yet to achieve. Now, a vast majority of UFO sightings are eventually explained as natural or man-made objects. Incidentally, the objects in the question of the two videos are quite similar to a diamond-shaped UFO videotaped in 2015 in another UK town called Teignmouth. Teignmouth? No, yeah, Teignmouth, not Teignmouth. That was such an American way of pronouncing that. But in that case, the UFO was actually the bright star Sirius. So, if you happen to spot something in the night sky at first which seems out of this world and it tempts you to consider that you're lucky enough to witness visitors from far away, remember that you're most likely seeing something that is truly astronomical in nature. It could just be Uranus, because it's pretty big and it's out there. But you never know. I like aliens. I believe in aliens, so it might actually be aliens. If it's your lucky day, you might get probed. The moral of the story is, if you meet an alien, don't tell the government, otherwise they will steal your Aryan friend and then for experimental purposes and hide them in Area 51. And not even aliens like getting probed. No one likes getting probed. Now, when we come back, because that was our news stories of the day, we're going to be talking to our love guru and all-round Cornish lad, Dan Rice, and we're going to be having a segment called Steaming Chat with Rice, because once you steam rice, it turns to soften a bit, so we're going to try to make Dan soft, if that makes any sense. But coming up next, we're going to be listening to a country song that I've been listening to since I was 5 years old. It's called All My Exes Live in Texas. It's very relatable to me. Enjoy.
All my exes live in Texas.
This is Insanity Radio, 103.2 FM.
That was Flash by Queen. What a spicy pump up track from the hit show that I've never seen called Flash Gordon, but I've seen bits of it on TED, so it looks quite swag with the song. Oh my god, great song. You're listening to Waqattack. I'm your host, Chaudhry Waqas, and just to remind you all, this is a 1-hour comedy/parody show where I express my opinions, only my opinions, to ensue banter amongst you listeners out there. Love all of you listeners out there. Thank you for listening in. But we just had our news stories, and we're going to be talking to Dan Rice in our new segment called Steamy Chat with Rice. We're going to turn Dan from a hard rice to a soft rice, because that's what happens when you steam rice.
I'm always hard, Chaudhry.
Oh wait, Dan, could you say that again, because I had your mic turned off.
Oh, I was just saying that I'm always hard, and
Do you think we won't be able to soften you up?
I don't know. You make me pretty hard.
Oh, what I'm about to ask you will make you pretty limp. Alright, so how are you doing, Dan?
I'm doing pretty good, yeah.
This is your third appearance, I think.
I am a seasoned veteran.
I've never had a guest come over and over again, but the people love you. I mean, I don't know if the people love you. I don't get the ratings.
I highly doubt that, but
I'm hoping they like you, because I like you, Dan. You're a nice human being. For a warm-up question, I'm going to ask, are you aware of the singer called Pitbull?
I've heard of him, yeah. Pitbull, yeah.
Do you roughly know what he looks like?
Yes.
Alright, so what is Pitbull's most appealing feature? His bald head or his sharp teeth?
It's got to be the bald head. It's so slick,
It's legit like a mirror, because you can see reflections of it. Is that why you like it? You're a man of science. Is that why the reflection intrigues you?
Yeah, definitely. The way it refracts the light is beautiful.
So, nothing says a warm-up question than talking about a bald man's head. So it's finally spring. Are you enjoying the warm 7 degrees Celsius temperature we've been having?
I've actually been getting sunburnt lately.
Really?
Yeah, due to being slightly ginger. I go outside, 20 minutes sunburnt, but I do love it. I think seasonal depression is a very real thing.
So, do you think now that spring's here, people will stop killing themselves?
Who knows? Maybe.
The suicide rate just plummets.
Maybe after exams.
Maybe after. No, that's the funny thing is, because in India, fun fact, people are super stressed over exams, and their exams are in May, right? And they all just tend to kick the bucket during that time of the year. So it turns out, seasonal depression, Dan, we've got some debate against it, because it might not be a thing, because summers. People love summers, right? When you think of summers, you associate that with swimming, and so you don't really associate that with the seasonal depression kind of thing. But next up, talking about the cold weather, do you think that global warming is actually a thing? Because they say things are getting warmer. Are they actually getting warmer?
They are definitely getting warmer. I'm not one of those, Trump believing people where they don't believe it. Which, fair enough. I mean, you have every right to believe it, but
exactly.
There is clear scientific evidence for it, isn't there?
Okay, there's clear scientific evidence, but why is it so cold in spring? Is it no? But this is probably natural temperature for the UK, right?
Well, yeah, it's a bit chilly, but yeah, around about right. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to see instant changes. It's going to be over the next 50 odd years. But you can. There's so many scientific facts. You look at, there's more droughts than ever. There's more storms than ever. If you look at ice cores and things like that.
You have all the negativity, but I want to be able to have a vineyard in Leeds. I want to be able to enjoy Brighton like it's Spain or Tenerife. When will we get that?
Well, actually, I did read something a few years ago in the paper, and it said that by 2050 we might be able to grow in Cornwall, which is where I come from, the southwest. We might be able to actually grow olive trees.
Olive tree. Oh, that'd be that's like Italy. And what will happen to Italy? Because if they run out of the olive tree, that's all they have. They put olive oil in everything.
It would just be entire desert. I don't know.
Do Cornish people like olive oil?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you because you don't have any yet, right? You don't have any olive farms there right now.
No, we don't have olive farms in Cornwall.
What do you have?
Cabbage and carrots.
That's sustainable. I mean, if you're Bugs Bunny, that's a delight right there.
There you go.
Do you guys have bunnies?
We have bunnies, yeah.
Are they tall? Do they
They're extremely tall, yes. 7 foot tall.
Do they go to the moon and have fun with Martians?
Exactly, yeah.
Cornwall sounds fun. But the thing is, olive oil. My mom puts it in all her cooking, curry, olive oil, fried chicken, olive oil, sweet and sour chicken. Because she thinks that olive oil is this magical oil that will not give you any sort of heart disease, which I think
it is meant to be really good for you.
It's good for you, but like it doesn't go with everything because you still have that olivey taste.
Yeah, don't use too much, but I mean, I heard that Italians sometimes they even like if an Italian woman is pregnant, they'll rub olive oil on the belly.
Is it because it like penetrates deep into the child, and the child's like, "Mamma mia, the olive oil, I love it." That's why they spray it on everything, because they're used to it as a child. Italians, they know what's happening. So, because global warming, one of the problems of it is that animals are going extinct, right? If you could bring back one extinct animal, anyone, don't say the dodo because that's such a lame animal. No one wants it back. It's better off dead anyway. What would you want? What would you want back?
It's got to be the T-Rex. Partly because I'm a geologist. And partly because they're quite funny because they have tiny arms. And
that's
also we could get some sort of Jurassic Park kind of thing going.
You messed this up because I was about to ask a follow-up question, and I will ask the follow-up question after this break, in which we're going to be listening to. We're going to be with Dan Rice when we get back. We're going to be talking more about T-Rexes and the small arms, but go into more detail because I have a question that is quite relevant these days because I listened to a TED Talk and it's inspired me. But before that, we're going to listen to Oise Bebe by the amazing bald-headed, sharp-toothed man that is Pitbull. Enjoy, everybody.
Para toda la gente de afuera que le encantan tomar los problemas y vamos a gozarlo.
This is Insanity Radio, 103.2 FM.
That was Kenny Loggins taking us through the danger zone. You're listening to Waqattack, a 1-hour comedy/parody show with our opinions to spread banter and love, no hate. And before we continue, I'd like to apologize for some of the statements that were said in the previous segment. Didn't mean to offend anyone. It was about seasonal depression. It was just to have a little debate, but it was we'd like to apologize to anyone who was affected. Now back to Dan. So Dan, we were talking about.
We were talking about global warming, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about global warming? We were talking about.
Global warming. Do you think it's a hoax or don't you? So we were just saying, how much evidence there are, but there are people that do believe it's a hoax, and why do you think that is? Despite all the evidence, why do you think people believe it's a hoax?
Why are you asking? I'm supposed to be asking you questions. Why are you asking me questions?
The tables have turned, Chaudhry.
No, okay. Why do I think it? Because people like to see change. Like they want to see it firsthand. They want to. If they won't believe. A flood, like for example, let's have Noah's flood. Now I don't know if that, like, people can dispute if it's a real thing or not, but he built an ark. He knew it was coming, and all those animals were safe. But the people who didn't, they died. Same thing with here, except this is modern day Noah's Ark.
That's a good point. So people don't want to believe. It's easier to, say it's not going to happen and just remain how you are.
But Dad, that wasn't the question. The question I left you with was with T-Rexes.
Oh, T-Rexes, that's it.
The question was, you said you'd bring T-Rex back. That was the extinct animal you'd like to bring back. Mm-hmm. But the question that I was going to ask afterwards was, should dinosaurs be legal? But what I meant by that was a bunch of scientists, right, are actually reverse engineering chickens to make dinosaurs and eventually like make a Jurassic Park thing. Should that be legal? I mean, we've seen Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and Jurassic World, and we all know what happens in all of them.
Yeah, I do. Well, mainly from a scientific perspective, because, in a lot of ways there are, ethical reasons behind preventing certain experiments, and that's fair enough. But I think in a lot of ways we are far too PC. Like, you do have to break some boundaries to actually progress.
Save the dinosaurs, am I right?
Yeah, you're very right.
So, but like the thing is, I would love to. There's nothing that would get my juices flowing than seeing a live T-Rex. Like that would be amazing. But then again, they could. What if they start killing everyone?
Yeah, it'd just be banter.
Banter. It'd be like T-Rexes, man. They should start their own like rock band, the armless rock band. What instrument would a T-Rex play? Because they can't play drums. They can't strum.
Singer. They got that kind of gnarly, earthy voice.
Like whenever you hear them in Jurassic Park, they're like. "Arrgh." I could see that, like kind of like Cher, but like if I could turn back time. Speaking of T-Rexes, the closest living relative of a dinosaur is thought to be a chicken. That's why they're reverse engineering it.
Well, birds in general, yeah.
Birds in general. But the reason why I say chicken is I want your opinion. Nando's or KFC?
Ooh.
Don't think about it. Just give me a straight.
No, it's easily KFC.
What is wrong with you? Like,
Nando's is okay. You know what you're gonna get. It's a decent meal.
God.
I'd give it a 6 out of 10 every time, and I'm happy with that. Like I like the ambience. I like the but the food is not mind blowing.
Oh my, okay, and you're saying that KFC is like Gordon Ramsay, Michelin star chef level good. I mean, every single time.
You can have a nice bucket of KFC and you can really enjoy it.
I will not lie to you when I said I haven't had a good bucket of KFC in years. I've had the best bucket of KFC I had was back in 2011, 2012. After that, every single bucket I've had was just oil. There's no, like, the Colonel was like, you know what, screw the oil, screw the herbs and spices, I'm just gonna put oil in it. It's just like eating oiled up chicken. It's just cholesterol is what it is.
So would you now put Runny Meat Chicken above KFC? I
think in terms of taste, Runny Meat tastes way better. Their hot wings are good. Their chicken is you know what, it has some, I don't know what Boss Man does, but he puts some flavor in it. I don't know what his secret spice is, but KFC need to learn from Runny Meat.
They got some really good chips.
They have, I don't know what they do, but they're on par with McDonald's.
Yeah, I'd actually agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, they're crispy, they're salty, but not too salty, just the right amount of salt. I think they probably like go to McDonald's, steal some of their chips, and then put their own little twist to it. The reason why I say I like Nando's is because, like you said, you go into Nando's, you hear that cheeky Spanish/Portuguese music, ten, 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 and then you're immediately like, oh my god, I feel like I'm in a different country right now, right? And then you sit down, and no, you don't sit down because you have to go. You have to work hard for your food, so you have to go to them. You could be like, they're gonna ask you like, sir, how spicy would you like? And I'd be like, you know what, extra hot. And then I get the extra hot.
And then everybody's shocked and awed.
Everyone's shocked because they're like, wow, this guy ordered extra hot. This guy's like, ooh. All the females.
Can I just say, the last time I went to Nando's with Chaudhry and had extra hot, he was crying.
Yo, the people. Okay, no, it wasn't crying. It was so spicy, and I had peri chips. It was like tears of enjoyment. You know, happy tears.
You were shaking.
I wasn't shaking. The tears of happiness were coming out of my eyes, and oh, they were happy tears. I liked the tears. Okay, they were good. They were manly tears.
I won't mention the screams.
No, the screams were afterwards when I went to the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah, but the toilet again. When you go to Nando's, you go to their toilets again. The music, so good.
It does make me happy. Yeah.
I was peeing, and there was a little kid peeing next to me, and I was just like dancing, and the kid was like, this guy's probably messed up, and I was like, no, I'm having a good time because Nando's music is the bomb.
Alright then, I'll change my answer. It depends on the day, it depends how I feel. If I just want, some food, KFC, easily. But if I feel like a little sit-down meal, like a nice couple beers or something like that, well, yeah, obviously Nando's. I'm not going to have a beer in KFC.
Would you take, like, say, like, I'm planning a first date. I wouldn't mind go to KFC if I'm on a budget, but, like, I think I'd have, like, a nice romantic KFC date, because, KFC are trying to, like, refurbish and remodernize, right? So they have all these, like, cheeky Colonel quotes and how their chicken is, like, free range. You'd be like, girl, free range chicken.
Don't do that, Chaudhry.
First date, KFC, nah?
Nah.
Runny meat?
Yeah, runny meat, yeah.
Of course, right. It's the food. It's all about the food. Sometimes it's all about the food.
See, you could get away with Nando's, I reckon, but it would still be a bit cheap.
Cheap? Yeah, okay, it's a bit cheap, but, like, I've never had a bad Nando's.
I've always had okay Nando's.
Really, Dan? Every single time you came with me, you said it was great.
I didn't want to disappoint you.
Well, we're finding out new things, and this is quite sad. But we're gonna like brighten your day up because it's a lovely spring day. And let me check BBC weather because I think it's sunny, but I can't really tell because we're indoors and we're surrounded by artificial light. Oh yeah, it is sunny, and it's a nice 7 degrees, like we said earlier.
Just in case you couldn't see or feel.
Oh yeah, just in case you suddenly blacked out in the middle of the in the middle of the road. Don't do that because that could lead to crashes, and no one wants that. But next up is a song from a movie called it's a Netflix movie, but it stars Ricky Gervais. But it's a good song called "Oh My Corazon" by Tim Burgess. Enjoy, everybody.
This is Insanity Radio, 103.2 FM.
That was Imran Khan with Amplifier. Now, a fun fact for all you listeners out there, that track is used by a lot of automobile peoples to try and pump up the bass and try to check the bass of your vehicle. So if you ever want to pump up the bass, because, you need good bass in your car, because when the squad is, it's exactly like Peppa Pig. If you check our Twitter right now, it's showing how she celebrates when she's listening to Amplifier. And my friend managed to get Imran Khan's spelling right. Congratulations. Oh, no, because you were looking at the thing, aren't you?
No, I just knew.
Oh, okay.
I have, my sister's called Imran.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very believable. We're back here with Dan Rice. You listen to Waqattack, your host, Chaudhry Waqas, a comedy parody show, all the usual, opinions. We were talking about our debate of Nando's versus KFC and all the French fries in between. Now, let's move over to McDonald's. Now, McDonald's have been in a lot of is it cold water or hot water? What's the phrase?
What, when it's in trouble?
Yeah.
Cold water. Wait, I don't know actually.
They were in really bad water. Okay?
They're in water which is not at a favourable temperature.
Not a favourable. Couldn't have put it in a much more etiquette way. I mean, we are in the heart of England, are we? Egham, Surrey, quite a posh area.
I'm glad you know where we are.
My coordinates are all messed up. I will stop this British accent now. So McDonald's have been in a lot of water that is not of adequate temperature because people have said their fries have had like chicken legs and their patties haven't been have had not horse because that's Tesco, but have had things that shouldn't be in there like chemicals and stuff. So you do you like your McDonald's? Do you care about this?
Yeah, okay, I like a good McDonald's. I like a good big tasty.
But you like good big, but you don't really care. Like you've had me. How long have you been having? Because I've been having them since I was a kid.
I wouldn't want a chicken leg in my fries, but like when the whole horse meat scandal thing came out, like they probably should have told us, but I didn't particularly care because it tasted good. And it was. You know what? In Arabia, one of the funny thing is one of the foods that's actually like how pork is haram, like not allowed in Islam, right? Yeah.
Horse is actually allowed, and like they say, like horse is meant to be like a companion for you, right? But if you're in a desert and you're gonna die, they say have a horse, go at it.
Or camel.
Oh, I love camel curry. It's so their meat is so tender. It's like lamb, but
I'd like to try that.
Better. Come to Pakistan. I'll give you some camels.
All right.
But okay, so the question is, if McDonald's put children's feet or from third world countries in their patties, but you couldn't taste the difference and you didn't know it existed, would you still eat it, right?
If I had no idea.
Yeah, but even okay, so if you had no idea, you would still eat it.
Well, yeah,
but
obviously. I mean, you
out,
don't originally suspect children's feet in a
no,
meat
exactly.
patty.
But what if they've been doing that for years and years, right?
Well, yeah, I'd
And
be
they
pretty
just found it.
outraged. Yeah,
You'd be outraged,
would you not?
but would you not have another McDonald's? Like you wouldn't, because we've all had those cravings.
No, I would never have a McDonald's again.
Really, if they had children's feet, that's the
Would
limit.
you? Would you?
You know what? It's a tough question. I probably wouldn't.
I'm
for
seeing
moral
a new side to you.
No, for moral purposes, I mean, I'm the one who came up with the children's food questions. It goes to show you that in terms of food, I'm quite open to eating
So,
whatever.
Yeah, I would definitely draw the line a long way before that.
Wait, hands?
It doesn't matter which body part.
Okay, so no children.
No.
Adults?
No.
Pets?
No Homo sapiens.
What about home pets?
Well, not my pet, no.
Would you like a little bit of cat brain in your patty? McTasty?
Sure, you know
meow.
what? That sounds great. You know what I do want to try though?
Yeah.
I hear crocodile is really nice.
Oh, should we go to we're gonna go down under, and we're gonna have some crocodile. Should we go down? We should plan a trip. If you guys love this show, please donate to us in ways, because I'll give you a link to my PayPal account, and then you guys will tweet out our PayPal account if you could fund our Australian trip, and then we'll make nice videos about it. We'll have like a live stream thanking you guys for. Thanking you guys, because we appreciate your love, and thank you for everyone who's been tweeting at us. We appreciate the love, especially Mr. Saeed Adil Ali, who Imran Khan. Okay, he's saying the real. Basically, he tweeted us saying put the real Khan on. We put Imran Khan. Now he's a Punjabi singer. The real Khan he's talking about, I think, is Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. Do you know who that is, Dan?
Yes.
So Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan is a famous Qawwali singer. So you know songs that go like ah.
Yeah, I know.
Except I'm butchering the living hell out of it. You know what? We're gonna go to Australia and we're gonna listen to Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan on the way back. Although they might think we're some freaky people if we're saying on an airplane, because they probably think we're either having we're probably having like a panic attack or like doing some unfavorable activities. Why did you That's an awkward moment of silence.
Sorry, I was reading Syed's tweets. He said the better question is what is the best sauce? I argue for chili mayo, but with a ketchup base, and I'm inclined to agree with him.
No, ketchup. What? You just need ketchup. You don't need to alter with it. Heinz, you know when Heinz made that formula, that nothing else. You don't need anything else. Heinz got it perfect.
All right.
But he also asked another question. No, you asked the question, which was, fair enough. What was the best chips? Because he didn't agree with running meat because he said the boss man makes the chips too dry. So tweet at us at Insanity Radio. What is your favorite chips? Is it McDonald's? It's not KFC because those are stale chips.
It's definitely not Burger King.
Oh, that's just salt.
Burger King is abysmal.
It's like they dip it in salt. They want us to get like high blood pressure and then have cardiac arrest.
Disgraceful.
Nando's are quite good. I like their chips.
Yeah, they're decent. They're
Hey,
decent.
Five Guys.
I haven't gone to Five Guys. I've got to go to Five Guys.
Oh, you haven't? I swear you did.
No.
No, because last week when Joe came on, you were like,
I haven't been to Five Guys. I want to go to Five Guys.
All right, so we're gonna go to. So if you could please fund our PayPal account, chaudhrywaqas@gmail.com. If you could fund our PayPal account, we're gonna go to Australia.
Send Dan to Five Guys.
No,
please.
send both of us, because I gotta be there for moral support in case things don't go that well. Which I wish they won't. They will go perfectly fine. So thank you, Dan, for coming for the third time.
You're welcome.
Thank you for repeatedly coming. I appreciate that. And
you just have to ask. I'm always going to come.
Will you come whenever I ask you to come?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. So I wouldn't know what I
anywhere you want.
You're gonna come.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we're gonna come Australia. We're gonna come Five Guys, radio show, everything. And I'd like to thank you, the listeners, and I hope you guys had a lovely day. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day and rest of the week. And see, I don't know if I'm gonna catch you guys next week because we got like our holidays and stuff, and we're on a field trip to Pembroke, which I'm not really looking forward to. Are you looking forward to that, Dan?
No.
It's Wales, man. Who wants to go to Wales? It's just wet and cold. I mean, no offense to all the Welsh people out there, but it's not the best place you want to go for a field trip, is it?
No, I didn't know.
So, but we are gonna have a show for you at some point, and it's gonna be a surprise show. So, for all you guys listening out there, just hardcore listen to the radio, and you might listen to our voices in the near future. Thank you so much for listening. I have been Chaudhry Waqas from Waqattack with Dan Rice, and I'm gonna leave you guys with Eddie Money, 2 tickets to paradise. Enjoy.